12 days before the 9 Club posted their first interview with Kelly Hart in mid-2016, a couple of lifelong skateboarders, Safa Benson and Donovan Jones, teamed up with Canadian legend Morgan Smith in their first podcast episode of The Bunt. Just over 6 years later, The Bunt has steadily pumped out 180 episodes so far, almost exclusively interviewing professional core skateboarders in long-form conversations. Apart from a few bonus episodes, as well as a couple improvised situations, The Bunt's format has more or less stayed true to a reliable structure of opening each interview with general conversation about each skater's careers, then shifting into a rapid-fire question segment, before ending with listeners' feedback and professional sports talk to close. The Bunt's ability to survive over half a decade without changing up its style and holding on to a Vans sponsorship is a praiseworthy accomplishment, especially in an industry where skateboarding and longevity is a rare combination. Over 170 unique guests have had their own Bunt interview with Safa and Donovan, nearly 98% of which is made up of male guests. Nora Vasconcelos.
Let's go. All right, Nora, you ready to make it pop? It's time for that rapid fire. But you know what I'm saying? I might take a little easy on you because I'm trying to wife you after all. Let's make it happen, baby girl. Favorite skater?
Wow, that was really smooth. Fuck. Favorite skater, Mark Gonzalez and Ishad and Grant Taylor and we just needed one, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. You don't have to tell them I'm on your list because we're trying to keep this a secret, right?
Damn it, I almost blew it too.
Alexis Sablone, Brianna Gearing.
Favorite skater?
Marissa Del Santo.
And Marissa Del Santo are the 4 women who so far have been interviewed by The Bunt.
Shit.
Christ, that never gets old.
All right, favorite skater?
Greco.
Favorite video?
Baker 2G.
Favorite video part?
Fucking Smolik. No, Muska fulfill the dream. No shit. Like,
Oh, let's go. Favorite style?
fucking, like, Jeff Rowley or something. I don't know.
Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
Greco, misled youth.
Most talented skateboarder on planet Earth?
Arto or,
No, we're going with Arto.
I don't know, Heath.
Yo, I love your like skate brain that like shut off at a certain time.
Yeah.
And doesn't have like anything to do with the new people or like the
Yeah.
last like 10 years of skating.
You're like, who's a shot where?
Dude, I shot's the shit. Like, of course I know who that
No,
is.
Arto was the sickest pick.
know, I'm
We've
just
never
kidding,
got that
just kidding.
before.
But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna say like as far as the last like 5 years, like I don't really have much to say.
Wade DeSarmo, Chima Ferguson, and Morgan Smith are the only 3 individuals to have appeared more than once on The Bunt, with Wade D leading the repeat guest category at 3 different episodes. Safa drills his guests in the rapid fire segment with easy opening questions like who's your favorite skater, what's your favorite video, favorite trick, but eventually Benson asks drama-friendly questions like who has the worst style, and ends with who's the last person you want on the session. Depending on the guest, answers can range from brutally honest,
Last but not least, last person you want on the sesh?
Clint Walker.
Shit.
and some questions simply get declined.
Last person you want on the sesh?
I cannot think. There's nothing that comes to my brain that's going to be valuable for you guys.
Understandably, when asked to quickly answer a subjective question like who's your favorite skater, almost 20% of guests end up saying more than one name, with Danny Fuenzalida holding the record for naming 6 favorite skaters in season 15, episode 6.
I'm scared. Let's go.
All right, favorite skater?
That's fucked. Tom Penny, the 90s. Appleyard, fucking Ish, the 2000s. And like Silas Baxter Neal kind of move over to like Mark Susiu and Gustav Tonenson.
Oh,
today.
he's the best. But damn,
Yeah.
you ever heard of Rapid, Deggy? Shit.
Ain't nothing rapid there.
Sorry.
230 answers and 121 unique skaters have been named as a favorite. Surprisingly, although not that surprisingly, one guest named themselves in their answer to the question.
Favorite skater?
My favorite skater is me, Weck.
Over 60% of the favorite skaters were named only one time, with less than 10% being named 4 times or more. Guy Mariano and Ishad Ware share 6th place with 4 mentions each, followed by a 4-way tie for 5th place made up of Andrew Reynolds, Ave, Eric Costin, and Grant Taylor. 4th place is Tom Penny, being mentioned as a favorite skater by guests 7 times. Heath Kirchart and John Cardiel are tied for 3rd, each boasting 8 nominations. Mike Carroll enjoys 2nd place outright with 9 times having his name dropped. The only skater to achieve double digits in the number of times they were named as the Bunt's rapid-fire most favorite skater is Mark Gonzalez with 10, leading the favorite skater list. Over 185 different answers were given to the Bunt when guests were asked what their favorite video was, with nearly 100 of the answers being unique titles. S ranks 8th as the most mentioned company that produced guests' favorite videos, with all 5 nominations going to the hour-long Menik Mahdi, which dropped in 2000. Plan B and Baker rank 7th together with 8 mentions each, but unlike Menik Mahdi, their nominations are split amongst more than one skate video. 2 of Plan B's nominations are for 1993's Virtual Reality, 1 from 1994's Secondhand Smoke, and 5 for 1992's Questionable. Baker's 8 nominations are divided between the year 2000's 2G and 2 for 2005's Baker 3. Wecking Ball stated that 2003's Bootleg 3000 was his favorite video, which to the best of my knowledge isn't technically a Baker production, but just a detail to share. Flip ranks 6th as the most mentioned company among favorite videos with 10 nominations, 9 going to Sorry from 2002, and 1 from Ian Twa, who nominated Really Sorry, which came out in 2003. Toy Machine and Blind are both the 5th most mentioned companies that produced a favorite video, with 11 mentions each. Toy Machine's 11 name drops have 1 going towards 1995's Heavy Metal, 2 for Jump Off a Building from 1998, and the remaining 8 for 1996's Welcome to Hell. Blind had 1 nomination for 2005's What If, 3 for Tim and Henry's Pack of Lies from 1992, and 7 for 1991's Video Days. 101 ranks 4th with 12 nominations for favorite video, and this is an interesting one. One of the 101 votes was for 1993's Snuff, with the 11 remaining going towards 1996's Trilogy. But my research tells me that Trilogy is a massive collab video from World Industries and Blind as well as 101. If you include the aforementioned World and Blind, then they would be lumped in with 101 at number 4 thanks to Trilogy. Alien Workshop is 3rd with 13 mentions, comprised of 1 vote for 1997's Time Code, 5 for 2009's Minefield, and 7 for Photosynthesis, released in 2000. Number 2 goes to Girl with 16 separate citations as a favorite, 1 for 2003's Yeah Right, and 1 for 2012's Pretty Sweet, 3 for 1993's Goldfish, and the final 11 for 1996's Mouse. Mouse and Trilogy are tied for first as the favorite video amongst Bunt guests with their identical 11 mentions. But when it comes to a company that's produced the Bunt guests' most favorite videos, Transworld takes the cake, but not the kind Austin Gillette prefers.
Favorite video?
Cake farts.
Transworld is favored 17 times throughout the Bunt's Rapid Fire segment, twice for 2000's Anthology, as well as 2002's In Bloom, 3 times for both 2000's Modus Operandi and 1999's The Reason, and 7 for 2001's Sight Unseen. Just under 200 answers were given by Bunt guests as to what their favorite video part was, with over 100 unique names declared. Only 6 skaters were named 5 times or more. and Gino Iannucci sits in 6th with 5 mentions. Gino's 5 nominations for favorite part came from 3 videos, 1 for both 101 Snuff and Girl Yeah Right, and 3 for Trilogy. Mike Carroll comes in 5th with 6 votes from 5 different videos. Mouse, Yeah Right, Modus Operandi, and Damian Bravo's generous answer of anything from Carroll each got 1 vote, with Questionable racking in 2 nominations. Andrew Reynolds has 7 votes for 4th place, thanks to 3 different parts. Baker 3 had 1 nomination, and 3 votes went to both 1998's Birdhouse The End, as well as 2010's America Stay Gold. Heath Kirchart is the 3rd most mentioned individual with 9 nominations. 1 similarly awarded, like Bravo did for Carroll, by Robbie Brockle, who likes any part from Heath, 2 for Minefield, and the last 6 go towards Sight Unseen. Arto Sari is 2nd place, cracking double digits with 10 mentions, and the votes are broken down via 1 for both Minefield and Menik Mahdi, while the remaining 8 are for Flip Sari. Guy Mariano has 14 different nominations, spanning 3 different parts and topping the list. 1 vote went to Video Days, 3 were for Lakai's 2007 film Fully Flared, and an overwhelming 10 votes went to Guy's Mouse part, which leads overall as the single most favorite video part across all Bunt guests. Mike Carroll and Ave are tied for 5th in having the most votes for favorite style, with 4 each. A 5-way tie for 4th place, with 5 votes each, is shared by Dylan Reeder, Kenny Anderson, Mark Johnson, Tom Penny, and Wes Kramer. Keenan Milton is 3rd with 6 votes for favorite style, followed by Heath Kirchart with 7. Gino Iannucci is the only skater to amass double-digit vote numbers, with 10 total nominations for favorite style. 9 skaters have been mentioned at least 3 times or more in response to who is the most talented skateboarder on planet Earth. 5 of those names are tied for 4th place, with 3 votes each, including Bobby DeKaiser, Daewon Song, Eric Costin, Mark Johnson, and Wes Kramer. Grant Taylor and Shane O'Neill share 3rd place with 5 votes each, in terms of talent respected by Bunt guests. Tiago Lemos and his 7 votes make him the 2nd most talented skater according to the rapid-fire responses. Ishad Ware, like Gino in the style category, is the only name that surpasses 10 votes, with 12 total, making him the most talented skater on planet Earth, on this podcast at least. A little over 5% of the nearly 200 total answers for favorite trick were able to snag 4 or more votes. The switch tray flip and backside Smith are tied for 9th with 4 votes each. Switchback tails and frontside kickflips share 8th place with 5 votes apiece. Switch heel flips rank as the 7th most favorite trick with 6 total votes. Switch kickflips edge out switch heels by 2 votes for 6th place, earning 8 total nominations. The Ollie is in 5th place with 9 votes. Nollie kickflips have 10 votes, and the trick ranks 4th place overall. Back tails are 3rd with 11 nominations. Kickflips are the runner-up favorite trick with 18 votes total. Tray flips are the only trick to crack 20 votes with 23 total, and coincidentally are the top-ranked favorite trick according to Bunt guests. Switch front heels and front heels are tied for 6th hardest trick, with 6 votes to both. Switch in general and frontside kickflips are in 5th place with 7 votes for the hardest trick category. Nollie heel flips, switch kickflips, and switch tray flips are in lockstep for 4th place with 8 votes each. Inward heel flips are 3rd with 9 total votes. Heel flips rank 2nd hardest with 12 votes. Hard flips have been declared no less than 26 times as the hardest trick for Bunt guests, ranking number 1 in the category by a long shot. In 2019, Jenkum interviewed Donovan and Seifa strictly on the topic of illegal tricks, and while most of the dialogue is the Bunt hosts giving examples, Benson does clarify that an illegal trick is anything that looks whack when 99% of people do it. Most illegal trick is a question in the rapid fire segment, and late flips, nollie smith grinds, and willy grinds are tied for 7th with 6 votes each. Crook back lips are the 6th most illegal trick with 7 votes. Dolphin flips, aka forward flips, and laser flips are considered the 5th most illegal amongst all Bunt guest answers with 8 votes per trick. Double flips rank 4th with 9 votes for illegality. Heading from misdemeanor to felony territory is the pressure flip, getting 10 votes and ranking 3rd. Slightly more illegal is the Benihana with 11 votes for 2nd place. Body varials are the Bunt's capital offense tier trick, potentially illegal worldwide, with 17 votes to make it number 1 in the category. Only 6 skaters are mentioned 3 times or more in the rapid fire question for favorite teammate, with Evan Smith, JT Alts, Spencer Hamilton, and Tim O'Connor being nominated 3 times each. Jake Donnelly and Stefan Janoski both share first place as teammate of choice with 4 name drops per individual. Cariuma and Skate Stoppers are tied for 5th in the worst company category with 4 votes per organization. Element, Monster, Nike, and Red Bull are tied for 4th with 5 votes each. Pizza Skateboards ranks 3rd worst with 6 votes, followed by Z Roller Trucks with 7 votes for 2nd place. Rip and Dip is the worst company in the Bunt's rapid fire, with 9 total votes. Rapid Fire's question regarding worst trend finds high water or cutoff pants ranked number 6 with 5 votes. Fake stees, particularly caution hands or safety hands, rank 5th with 6 votes. Baggy pants are 4th place with 7 votes for worst trend. Body varials and no complies are tied for 3rd with 8 votes each. Skinny jeans are number 2 with 12 votes. Instagram edits, and in a couple cases Instagram trap edits combine to be the worst trend with 17 votes total. Andy MacDonald, Nate Sherwood, and Tom Krauser are 3 of the 5 names that have been mentioned 4 times or more in the worst style category of the rapid fire line of questioning, each receiving 4 votes. Clint Walker is the 2nd most mentioned name for worst style with 5 votes. Jeff DeCesare, aka Jeff Wan's song, has been mentioned the most times on the worst style question, with 8 total nominations. Jamie Thomas and Clint Walker are 2 of the 4 different names confessed by Bunt guests in responding to the question of who the last person on the session should be, each with 3 votes. Nigel Houston is number 2 with 5 different votes. Police/cops are the number 1 mentioned name for last person wanted on the sesh with 7 votes total.